was a normal day for the Cocomelon child. Until wait, should I? Shut up. Chapter 1. Cocomelon baby receives an anonymous message.
Wow.
It was a normal day for the Cocomelon child. Until it wasn't.
Oh no. Can I just say
Oh my gosh. The harsh voice of Michelle Obama rang into the room.
What is it, Michelle?
He sounds like an old woman.
What is it, Michelle? Michelle Biden! He's been spotted in Sector 1329X! No!
Cried Cocomelon baby.
But that's where? That's right!
Michelle responded.
Shrek's swamp is there! We've tried to take that over hundreds of times!
Yelled Cocomelon, the baby.
Every time we go at Shrek, he destroys our men! Versus the 360 no-scope, then it's war!
He said gravely.
And if we aren't going to defeat Shrek, we can't go in there now to find Joe. He'll just snipe us! But then what do we do?
That's Michelle concertedly.
As President of the United States, I must go there myself to retrieve Joe.
Replied Cocomelon baby.
Why is it so loud?
That's right. We cannot let Obama find him. My husband Obama may be the pinnacle of revolution, but if he absorbs Joe Biden, he'll be unstoppable. Luckily, I'm half robot, and my swords are for hands.
Michelle said, slashing her hands violently.
Let us depart. We ride at dawn.
Cocomelon said seriously. At dawn, Cocomelon and Michelle Obama took their horses and sped off towards Shrek's swamp. Within no time, they were there. Chapter 2. Cocomelon baby and Michelle Obama versus Shrek. Battle for Joe Biden.
You like rolled your eyes.
Once the two brave warriors reached Shrek's swamp, they cautiously wandered in. Through the thick mangrove trees, those roots effortlessly plunged in and out of the water in the ominous green fog. The two of them could barely make out the figure of Joe Biden.
There he is!
Whispered Michelle loudly.
Get the capturing device.
Cocomelon baby took out his 26.5 cu foot large capacity 3-door French door refrigerator with family hub TM and external water and ice dispenser in black stainless steel Samsung smart fridge and took aim at the figure 100 yards away. But before he could yeet his fridge, a massive figure splashed into the water, getting between Cocomelon baby and Joe Biden. Cocomelon baby! roared Shrek. What are you doing in my swamp?
He's here!
Cocomelon baby cried. That is the last time you try to get my great treasure, Shrek growled.
Hold on, I'm doing it. Hurry up already.
Mr. President, what do we do?
Michelle, not taking her eyes off of Shrek.
I'm not sure. Shrek doesn't have any weaknesses, nor does he have a heart. We'll have to think of something. Ah, I've got it.
Cocomelon cried, raising a finger in the air.
We'll just have to call for some backup. That's it.
Michelle yelled dramatically.
Michelle, I'll distract Shrek while you call for backup in my Samsung smart fridge. I'll stun lock him.
Cocomelon baby ran forward and proceeded to wombo combo Shrek. First, he was stun locked, and then he jab locked him. Then he repeated this. Shrek could not do anything. Arrgh! Yelled Shrek. Such power! How do you do this?
I'm a DLC character, moron.
Cocomelon yelled back. Michelle was now hacking into the network on Cocomelon's smart fridge. Beep boop beep. She rapidly pressed more buttons and then crack! A massive bolt of lightning smashed into the ground near her, out of which Ronald Reagan emerged.
Ronald Reagan!
Let's go!
Cover yourself. Yes.
Ronald Reagan.
Michelle yelled.
Shrek, we need you to destroy him.
I'm on it, fam.
Ronald replied.
I've been after this treasure for years as the creator of McDonald's. I must have my hands on the only working ice cream machine in the universe. But I'm afraid there's only one problem. What is it?
Inquired Michelle as the Cocomelon baby, 0 to deathbed. Shrek, what? Yeah.
0 to death to him.
Zero.
Like Smash.
Oh. Inquired Michelle as the Cocomelon baby, 0 to deathbed. Death. Shrek. In the ground.
In the...
In the background.
My Keyblade only works on the heartless and nobodies.
Reagan said, gesturing at his large key-like anime sword.
After Sora bequeathed me this Keyblade daring
Who knows how to pronounce Kingdom Hearts names?
Examines.
Examines.
Yeah.
Well, that's no problem. Cocomelon baby already said Shrek doesn't have the heart.
Michelle quickly replied.
No, okay.
Reagan replied before jumping into the air and mashing X a million times. His infinite aerial combo carried Shrek up into the beautiful sky with him. They flew away into the clouds. Joe Biden had now noticed that Cocomelon baby and Michelle Obama were there to capture him. He yelled and attempted to run away, but quick as lightning, Michelle Obama chucked the Samsung smart fridge at the Cocomelon baby. He caught it with one finger and hurled it at Joe Biden, yelling,
Don't run, Joe! We're trying to save you from Obama!
Coco baby
Coco Belly.
yelled before the fridge opened up to swallow Joe. Boom. A massive cloud of smoke and dust filled the air, breezing over Michelle and the Cocomelon baby, both of whom covered their faces and coughed. Cough.
Oh my god. Cocomelon baby.
When the dust had settled, they looked up to see Obama floating above Joe.
No!
They yelled. Mwahahahaha. Obama yelled menacingly. Yes, it is I, Obama. Lightning crackled and thunder clapped as Obama roared his words out of his mouth. Did you really think you could stop me from taking Joe? I am more powerful than Samsung's smart fridge.
How does that
He cackled.
That's not true! Nothing is more powerful!
Michelle cried.
Powerful.
I'm gonna take Joe Biden to the top of Bowser's castle and convince him to run for president with me. Together we'll be unstoppable. And your ability to run for president in your next term will be impossible. Cocomelon baby. Obama explained darkly. Also, you called Shrek a moron, and it was like kind of unkind of you, unbased youth. Cocomelon gasped. He was in trouble, and he was sad. Looking around, he quickly saw only one item that could save him now. Shrek's treasure was only a few hundred yards away in the swamp. As Obama grabbed Joe and turned around to fly away, Cocomelon baby jumped like 300 yards to grab the working McDonald's ice cream machine. He threw it at Obama, yelling,
You can do it, ice cream machine!
The ice cream machine hit Obama and stuck it in his head, in his back, shut up very covertly, even though it was bigger than Obama was.
He'll never notice our comrade among his ranks.
But Cocomelon said, not very quietly.
Stay safe, ice cream machine. Stay safe.
The ice cream machine gave them a thumbs up before Obama flew out of sight to Bowser's castle.
Mr. Obama, Mr.
Obama.
Obama.
Okay.
Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Thomas the Tank Engine becomes a Jedi Master. Elsewhere, Thomas the Tank Engine was just minding his own business up in the sky. He was just hanging out when all of a sudden he saw Ronald Reagan destroy Shrek with the Keyblade. Shrek split into two creatures, a Heartless and a Nobody. The Heartless of Shrek just looked like some sort of black, gooey little dude, and it lunged at Reagan. Reagan, surprised, was caught off guard and fell to the ground, which in this case was a cloud.
No!
Thomas, who had such an emotional attachment to Ronald Reagan, pulled out his lightsaber and beat up the Heartless. Then it exploded. Ronald looked up.
Thomas, is that you?
He asked, tears forming in his eyes.
Ronald Reagan!
Make sure you...
I mean...
Thomas the Tank Engine replied emotionally. They tried to hug, but Thomas didn't...
tried to hug him, but Thomas didn't have arms, so a large pair of muscular arms exploded out of his sides to hug his dear friend.
Ronald, what happened to you?
Thomas asked.
Last time I saw you, I wasn't a Jedi yet. You weren't an anime character.
Ronald began to tell his backstory.
It was back in my presidency. I just passed a law that declared Among Us a felony. Tout unsus America. I was just hanging out, enjoying the new America in which no one could say the words like sus, red, or where. When anime attacked me, they came out of the sky, and it was Xemnas! Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts! He was going to bring Kingdom Hearts to America, so I asked my Secretary of State, Sora, to stop them. They had an anime battle in the sky in which Xemnas explained his master plan. He said, heart darkness, light dark heart friendship, heart darkness! Which I put through Google Translate to get, I will bring Kingdom Hearts to America and become the new president. Muahahaha, lol, XD. It was horrifying.
Reagan continued emotionally.
I want to see some tears.
Xemnas then took a random citizen off the streets. It was Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He cloned Doofenshmirtz 1,000 times and took his heart so that he became a nobody. Or a heartless. I don't know. Anyways, all the nobodies whose names all have to canonically start with X, who were known as Doofenshmirtz, started causing havoc and destroying our beloved country.
Here, Reagan paused, sniffed, and wiped a tear from his eye. He choked up.
They were littering all over. And they loitered in front of the doors.
Reagan couldn't contain his tears.
I tried to stop them. I put out a software patch for America to stop littering, but they just kept littering.
Reagan could barely continue.
Anyway, Sora was sealed away or something. I was a little confused on Kingdom Hearts timeline, but he gave me his Keyblade, and I was able to seal off the darkness forever. So now I have an anime sword!
Thomas nodded gravely. He understood his friend's trials.
I understand how hard it is to do something like save the world!
Thomas said gently.
Oh, I mean gently.
I stopped spamming PK Fire with this. It was legitimately the hardest thing I've ever done.
Wow.
Reagan replied.
That is so heroic!
But now!
Thomas said dramatically.
Let me help you, Ronald Reagan.
He said, extending a large, inhuman arm out to help the former president up. Ronald took it and got up confidently. They both spun around to face Shrek's nobody. He appeared the same as base Shrek, but just had long silver hair that flowed in the wind.
We'll take down Shrek
together!
They cried.
Cocomelon Baby's Redemption arc.
Cocomelon Baby and Michelle Obama were journeying towards the castle on their horses. Michelle was determined. She rode on a steely glare in her eyes, determined to stop Obama. They had to duck through the trees of the Forbidden Forest. Michelle rode along fine, but Cocomelon was distracted. He fell off his horse and into the forest in a heap. Michelle took no notice and continued onward.
How did he even fall? Like, I didn't even write how he fell. He just fell off his horse.
He has tiny baby hands. He can't grip the rein.
Cocomelon Baby was sad. Obama's words still lingering in his ears.
Also, you called Shrek a moron, and that was unkind of you, unbased youth. Obama won.
Obama won. He wasn't sure why he was parenthetically cited Obama. He couldn't go much lower than this, and at the point, Plagiarism wasn't the worst thing he can do. Cocomelon was sad that he insulted Shrek. He wanted to apologize, but Shrek was gone. He was Shrek now. And his silver hair that canonically Cocomelon had not seen tantalized him like silvery insults flowing in the wind. Cocomelon baby was at his lowest, but just when he was at his lowest,
That's me. Hey.
a voice came out of the forbidden forest.
Hey.
Said the voice. Keanu Reeves walked out of the trees and sat down next to Cocomelon baby.
You know, Cocomelon baby, what you did was really terrible.
He said quietly.
I know Keanu Reeves.
She just had a conversation with herself.
Yeah!
My favorite.
Cocomelon baby replied, looking ashamed at the forest floor.
But you can't stay down forever. You called Shrek a moron, and then you just need to move on.
Keanu continued sagely.
But it's not that easy.
Cocomelon baby burst out.
Shrek lives in my head rent-free now, and he's canonically dead, so I can't tell him I'm sorry.
I have a way. I have a way to feel better.
Keanu replied.
What is it?
It's this.
Keanu held out a smartphone.
What is it?
It has my Fortnite account on it. It's a Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which comes with the exclusive Galaxy Fortnite skin.
Keanu said,
Use it for good, my son. I pass it on to you. That's Keanu, Cocomelon baby's dad.
As Keanu said this, a single tear rolled down his cheek and he floated away and dissolved like a ghost.
Thank you, Keanu Reeves.
Cocomelon baby said into the darkness.
I'm glad you're my spirit animal.
Cocomelon baby had returned to his former self. Now that he had an exclusive Fortnite skin, all of his problems were solved and he transformed into Ultra Cocomelon baby. With lightning coming out of his eyes, his redemption arc was complete and he had to go catch up with Michelle.
Come on, Epona.
He said to the realistic horse PNG that he was riding on before he fell off. The horse neighed, grew large metal jet wings, and took off into the sky with Ultra Cocomelon baby on its back. It was time to save Joe Biden.
Chapter 5. Thomas the Tank Engine goes into creative mode.
Oh gosh.
Meanwhile, Shrek was still fighting with Thomas the Tank Engine and Ronald Reagan. He attacked viciously with his large, cruel twin swords that doubled as guns. His silvery hair flew through the air as he swung over and over at Thomas and Reagan. Reagan jumped backwards 70 feet into the air and shot a laser blast out of his keyblade. But Shrek deflected it and flew up to attack him in the air. So much action. Thomas the Tank Engine quickly reacted with his overly large, inhuman, muscular arms and grabbed Shrek's entire body, hurling him towards the earth with the force of 1,000 suns.
Oh no.
Shrek flew towards the ground at an alarming rate, plummeting through the clouds and flying towards the earth far below the clouds. Reagan and Thomas flew down after him, ready to finish the job. But then, Shrek did something. Thomas foresaw exactly what he was going to do, but it was too late. Thomas cried out.
He's going to transform!
Shrek called out as he plummeted to the earth.
Pathetic! Did you really think you could be able to stop me? You've fallen for a classic blunder, incompetent fools! I am about to enter my real form, and you can do nothing to stop this ogre!
No!
Reagan cried. But it was too late. Shrek had already entered his final form. He morphed into an incredibly powerful being, Shrek Gun. It was a sleek gun with eyes and flowing silver hair. The hair is still there. The gun grew menacingly muscular arms. It turned towards Thomas in the air, but then Ronald Reagan flew in front of Thomas, yelling,
No!
The Shrek gun shot an obscene amount of lightning out of his right into Ronald Reagan.
He has dead hands.
No. Ronald looked back at Thomas the Tank Engine one last time, then turned to dust.
He's a handgun.
My career gone. You should be the writer. Thomas cried. He held the body of his dear friend tenderly in his arms. His tears, which slid so roughly down his face,
Wait, didn't he disappear?
trickled gently onto the head of his dear friend, splashing the face which he knew so well. The water that touched him, the symbol of life which had once nourished him, was now a stranger to the cold body of a dear friend. Thomas cried over his dear friend tenderly. I'm crying.
How does it feel to be the
Thomas
worst
the Tank
cop?
Engine.
Dratgun yelled.
How does it feel to taste despair?
Thomas closed his eyes and wiped away the tears. He faced the Dratgun determinedly. Righteous anger filled his eyes.
Are you ready to die? Shut up, Thomas.
Dratgun asked. Thomas closed his eye. I don't know why he only has one eye, but he closed it and opened it dramatically. No. I mean, no! I forgot he had a voice.
Yes.
The Dratgun raised his hands to shoot out more lightning. Thomas quickly entered the chat and typed... and typed /game mode creative. Before the lightning struck him, there was a deafening blast and everything was still. Okay. Thomas laughed slightly, then looked up with a powerful glint in his eye.
Nani?
Dratgun cried, gasping dramatically.
You thought you could creep me out in creative mode?
Thomas roared.
What?
Thomas the Tank Engine proceeded to slash Dratgun into oblivion. Dratgun cried as he was annihilated.
Prepare for my ultimate attack!
Thomas cried. He pulled out Ronald Reagan's keyblade with one hand, his diamond sword with the other, and his lightsaber with his third muscular hand. Yelling masculinely, Thomas the Tank Engine forced every weapon together to form the ultimate weapon. The fusion of the keyblade, a diamond sword, and the lightsaber formed a key monster. Thomas pulled out his giant saber that he had just formed, held it in his 3 abnormally large arms, and prepared to slash his opponent to pieces. He pointed his sword at the gun and proceeded to pull the trigger of his sword. He shot the Dratgun with his sword and then utterly destroyed it. He faced away from the explosion because he's cool. Then he grew large dinosaur wings and flew to the moon.
Chapter 6. Obama's last name revealed? Backstory.
3 a.m. I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
He read his backstory to me at 3 a.m.
Not-
Gone wrong?
I called Obama at 3 a.m.
He started to
Discovered
cry?
Obama's last name.
Alright.
The Cocomelon baby and Michelle Obama pulled up and parked their horses beep beep on Bowser's lawn. And after taking a moment to knock over his bird bath disrespectfully, they knocked on the door with that knocker thingy that nobody uses.
How do we make
I
that
use
noise?
it.
Clank, clank.
Wait.
Oh, that's a good one. That was good.
Hello, who's there?
Asked the mustache butler as he opened up the door.
We just kept.
I'm the Cocomelon baby! This is Michelle Obama, and we're here to destroy your house!
Said the Cocomelon baby.
Come on in.
Replied the butler. Bowser's castle was big and fairy and weird. There were a lot of statues and metal grates and lava and go-kart skid marks all over the place. The Cocomelon baby and Michelle walked through the halls, following the butler. He led him to a chamber off the hallway, which was full of books. Ultra Cocomelon baby pulled out his Fortnite phone and pointed it menacingly at the butler.
This isn't where we need to be!
He cried.
You're trying to trap us!
No!
Replied the butler, alarmed. Then he spoke calmly.
Don't count your victory royales before you get the noms.
The butler pulled off his fake mustache to reveal that he was in disguise. It was the McDonald's ice cream machine.
It's you!
Michelle said quietly. The McDonald's ice cream machine put a finger to its lips.
Don't give me away. I snuck into the enemy ranks here quickly and have been waiting for you to arrive. It's still above his diary. This is all the knowledge I have discovered. I think it'll save the world.
The McDonald's ice cream machine
And
handed
on
Michelle
Michelle
Obama the Fortnite win, and the Cocomelon Baby, the book titled Obama's Backstory revealed at 3 a.m. Not clickbait. Why did we guess this? Cocomelon Baby gasped.
This is powerful. Let's read it out loud.
Dear diary, today I met the most amazing girl. We were both drawing water at the well when she looked at me. She was beautiful. Her eyes sparkled like sparkly sparkles. Her sword hands shone in the light of the sun, and I was entranced by how pretty she was. I tried to talk to her, but then the moth people invaded again. I'd forgotten it was Tuesday. I'm going to try to talk to her tomorrow. Maybe we'll be in the same class next year.
A girl with sword hands?
Cocomelon Baby questioned.
Who could that be?
I'm not sure.
The ice cream machine is dying just constantly. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's functioning but it's dead. Oh my god. Just the lack of preparedness. Replied the ice cream machine.
She's mentioned several times throughout the book.
Michelle Obama shrugged, then flipped the page with her sword
Can you
hand.
voice act the shrug, please?
A few pages after the first entry was another. Dear diary, today I decided to list all my weaknesses in order of least to greatest. I don't really have a reason for it, but whatever. Here we go. Number 1, my last name. Number 2, anime sword fusions. Number 3, Michelle Obama. Luckily, no one knows what my last name is. Otherwise, I would be defeated if I ever tried to take her over the world. There was no explanation for the other 2 weaknesses. They did not know where they could get an anime sword fusion weapon, nor did they know where they could find a weapon called Mitch L.A. Ubayama.
What is this strange clue?
Cocomelon Baby asked.
We don't know Obama's last name. We don't have an anime sword. We have no idea what this cryptic third clue could possibly hint at.
He frustratingly slammed his tiny hand against the bookshelf.
Quiet, Cocomelon, baby.
Michelle said.
If we are to stay hidden in this library, we must stay quiet. So we will be helpful in this diary.
No, we should just give it.
Replied the McDonald's ice cream machine nervously. Michelle ignored him and began flipping through the pages. After a moment, she started.
Yo,
She cried aloud, pointing her sword hand at the pages. Cocomelon Baby and the McDonald's ice cream machine peered over the book. Dear diary, today I was able to speak with a girl with the sword hands. It was amazing. She was so pretty. We spoke about ourselves for a while. I asked her what her name was, and she asked me what my full legal name was. You know. I asked her about her hobbies. She asked me what my full, where I lived, etc. She doxed me. It was such a wonderful time talking with her. We were discussing my weakness when she asked what my last name was. Ashamed, I told her it was Among Us. I was so ashamed when she did not immediately leave me. I was so cheerful for her mercy.
Obama's last name is Among Us?
Cocomelon Baby asked.
how shameful.
Michelle replied.
In any case, we should get moving.
Cocomelon Baby replied.
We don't want to stick in one place for too long. We cannot let Obama catch us.
That's right.
Michelle replied.
What?
The McDonald's ice cream machine laughed maliciously. The Cocomelon Baby and Michelle looked over at the ice cream machine. He laughed lowly and turned his head to the ground so he was shrouded in shadow. Looking up, he peeled off his mask to reveal that he was actually Obama? Michelle and the Cocomelon Baby gasped! They did it a third time.
Are you okay, Cocomelon Baby?
Did you think I wouldn't find out about your plan? Obama laughed. I will be at your ice cream machine quickly and look him up. Lock him up. I shut up.
I will be at your ice cream machine.
I doxed your ice cream. I doxed your ice cream machine. I found your ice cream machine quickly and locked him up on the floor, which we will be
Nope, on the roof,
conveniently
not
shut.
the floor. I'm sorry, Obama. I'm sorry. Continue.
Obama has no brain cells.
Obama, please don't.
Just a smooth, buttery voice.
Powerful.
I found your ice cream machine quickly and locked him up on the roof, in which we will be conveniently having our final showdown soon.
Cocomelon baby stood paralyzed in horror. Obama slowly floated into the air.
Now that I have you trapped, I can do whatever I want, Obama cried,
Raising his hands against the two of them.
I tax thee!
Obama screamed and began to raise the taxes in the room, depleting both of his victims' bank accounts.
No.
The fellow of the war weakened. Obama laughed out loud. His powers to tax the people were growing.
I can't. Do you need someone else? You didn't.
Obama.
The Cocomelon baby was weakened. His ad revenue was rapidly leaving him. He thought he was a gunner, but then he saw Keanu Reeves and remembered his words.
You're supposed to see him in his mind. I just kind of like, he just like walked in the door like, hey guys, what's up?
Yes.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
he was part of the final boss
wait, wait.
battle.
Exclusive Fortnite skin.
Oh.
Ultra Cocomelon's baby's eyes blasted back open. He gritted his teeth and dodged out of the way of the taxes.
Do you think you would evade taxes?
Cried Obama cockily.
No, I know I can evade taxes. I have the power of friendship and tax evasion on my side.
This is where everyone would stand up in the theater.
Yeah, this is what happened back in Shakespeare's
It's
day.
the most powerful
When the
writing
tax evasion
I've
happened.
ever read.
Thank you.
The Cocomelon baby continued to evade taxes all over the room. He took aim with his phone, but Obama teleported out of the way. Obama grunted.
We'll see how you can evade taxes when I fuse together with Joe Biden.
Obama flew up into through the roof and disappeared from sight.
Chapter 7. Joe Obama fails to get the victory royale. After their training montage, the Cocomelon baby and Michelle Obama were able to make it to the roof of Bowser's castle. On the roof, they met Obama, Joe Biden, and a captured McDonald's ice cream machine.
Joe Biden.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
There's the ice cream machine.
Michelle yelled, pointing at their captured comrade.
You have to stop him, Ultra Cocomelon.
The ice cream machine cried. Ultra Cocomelon baby nodded gravely. Obama laughed.
You think you can stop me? Watch us fuse with Joe Biden, where we run for president as Joe Obama. We will be unstoppable.
Michelle Obama nodded at Ultra Cocomelon baby. It was time for the plan they came up with off camera during their training montage. Obama grabbed Joe and fused together with him with a deafening blast. Joe Obama appeared in their midst. Cocomelon baby and Michelle nodded at each other, then pulled out a red sword.
Is that an Among Us
sword?
Joe Obama cried.
Prepare to fall to your last name, Obama.
Ultra Cocomelon baby cried. He jumped up towards Joe Obama, who dove out of the way of the cringe.
Just so like Obama.
I know. He rolled on the side, looking up with his laser eyes pointed at Ultra Cocomelon baby. Ultra Cocomelon baby jumped up in the air to avoid the lasers that exploded the ground below him.
You're trapped now, Cocomelon baby.
Joe Obama yelled. While Cocomelon baby was stuck floating in the air, Joe Obama shot the Among Us sword out of his hand. Cocomelon baby fell to the ground while the sword spun up in the air. In the sunlight, it was hard to hear the sword, but it was easy to hear the cry of vengeance. Thomas the Tank Engine's guttural yell preceded him as he flew out of the sky with his large anime sword fusion. He grabbed the Among Us sword and fused it into his Kimon spur and made a
monkey versus.
He grabbed the Among Us sword and fused it into his Kimon spur and made a monkey spur of us. He pointed his sword ahead of him as he flew towards Joe Obama, then ran into him and exploded. The dust settled, with Thomas the Tank Engine was no longer visible. In its place was the Joe Bosom.
Joe Biden.
Joe Bosom? It's
Instead of Joe Obama prison.
It's not the
Okay.
this is no longer the Joe Obama prison. It is now the Joe Bosm.
The Joe Bosm. Joe Bosm.
Okay. Okay. Oh God. In his place was the Joe Bosm.
No, the Joe Bosm.
Sorry, I've lost it. Okay. Shut up. In his place was the Joe Bosm. I can't even say it. In his place was the Joe Bosm.
You can do it. We're here for you, Cocomelon baby. We're here for you. You can do it.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Okay. Okay. In his place was a Joe Obama prism with Goku hair, aka Joe Bosma. Joe Bosma.
You
really got me there.
The prism spoke darkly.
You attacked me with two of my three weaknesses and forced me to enter my final form.
I was forced to go Super Saiyan.
Ultra Cocomelon baby gasps. He had to remember the cryptic third clue. It was something about a girl with sword hands being his weakness. But who could that be referring to?
Michelle Obama girl bust.
Girl boss the prism.
She girl bossed over to the Obama prism.
Obama.
Obanism.
Obamaism.
Michelle Obama walked over to the Joe Bosm. I swear. Michelle Obama walked over to the Joe Obama. Joe Obama prism and touched it once. It disintegrated and blew up. Now, the Ultra Cocomelon baby could run for president again. The end.
Yay!
Yay!